On the latest SVG Sports Tech On Demand, we have the distinct pleasure to be joined by Stefan Grycz. He's Director of Enterprise Sales for T2 Computing. Stefan, first off, it's great to see you. Hope you, the loved ones, your colleagues, everyone are doing well. You guys hanging in there?
Likewise, Brandon. So far, so good. We're just hunkering down, trying to keep at it and keep working away here. I hope the same for you and yours.
Yes, absolutely. We're chugging along real nicely so far. Again, great to see you. I'm curious how the company, T2 Computing, as a reseller, has needed to respond to the current environment for broadcasters of any kind, sports, news, whatever it may be. Obviously, people are trying to broadcast in a very, very unique circumstance right now. So in what ways has T2 Computing needed to respond and pivot to the current environment?
So our focus has really been around what everybody else has been striving for, which is around remote editing, right? About 3.5-4 weeks ago, our professional services team, led by Walter Villegas, our Vice President of Professional Services, saw an uptick in the need from our current existing client base for those capabilities. Unfortunately, a lot of content creators and media and entertainment and really any industry where you're putting together video or the likes is running on a Mac. So we saw some options available on the PC side, but how could we bridge the gap to the Macs into the fold? So they set out to put together a remote editing solution that first off would leverage your existing hardware. So there would be no additional capital expenditures, would keep software costs to a minimum, and something that could be deployed rapidly, and with the bulk of that work being done remotely itself.
Sure. So how has your relationships with your clients evolved? Are you connecting with them in new ways, kind of like this? And how have they been able to express to you how they want to be able to do things differently?
Yeah, I mean, I think that jumping on with everybody else, we're now holding client happy hours,
Cool.
via Zoom to connect with folks. Really, just checking in to say hello. I think that now is a time for a real balance between business and pleasure, and just saying hello and hanging out and taking your mind off of the events of the world, I think is really great. So we've been doing that. And then, our engagement, again, as I mentioned, has sort of been nonstop as we put together. We've now deployed this remote solution to over 650 editors in the U.S. and beyond. And again, the idea being get something that's quick, that's cost effective, so that you can take those dollars and put them towards people's paychecks and keep folks working.
Sure. Well, you've talked a lot about the remote solution, which is obviously super relevant right now. Are there any other big picture general industry trends that the company is tackling? It might have even been something you were focusing on before the pandemic outbreak, or have you really gone full focus into this?
We've really gone full focus into the remote editing. I mean, and our solution is a stopgap. It gets you up and running, and then everybody's now pushing forward. The other initiatives to have a full, whether it's cloud-based or whether it's utilizing on-prem hardware, but remotely to get these jobs done, and pushing content into your shared storage. The focus has been around that, and as well as enabling folks with portable devices, whether that's iPads or MacBooks. Get them out there. Right now, we're working closely with all of our vendors to escalate orders to get machines in the hands of remote workers. As everybody's been asked to stay home and hunker down, and we try to enable folks to continue working and to continue carrying on, regardless of children interrupting and whatnot. This is the reality we live in, and so we're just sort of embracing it and trying to get those machines out to people in a timely fashion.
All right, Stefan. Well, important work you guys are doing. Thank you for keeping the sports and the news media industries afloat here with your hard work, and thanks a lot for the time today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it. You having me on.
All right. His name is Stefan Grycz. He's Director of Enterprise Sales for T2 Computing. Definitely check out and see what they're up to. And of course, come back for more episodes of SVG Sports Tech On Demand.